Welcome to Social Aloe Ministries, where we are committed to glorifying God while exposing the devil. This is a relationship reality check. Payback is a witch. And that is a part of the reason why relationships that are based on cheating or other forms of deception usually end in a horrible manner. Because a part of that relationship is that because of the foundation on which it was built, it brings out a person's insecurity. It breeds fear that how a person got the other one is how he or she is going to lose that individual. So for example, if relationships start because they were cheating, then the other person becomes hypersensitive. If he or she sees the other person looking at someone else, oh, could be trouble. Could be trouble. So you have to be very careful about how a relationship starts. When a relationship ends, it usually ends because of how it started. In Genesis 29, Jacob had made an agreement with Laban to work for 7 years in order to marry his daughter, Rachel. But at last minute, Laban deceived him and he ended up marrying Leah. Didn't know it until after consummating the marriage at night and woke up the following morning. And lo and behold, rather than his beloved Rachel, he was with Leah. A horrible thing. When you keep on reading down towards the end of Genesis 29, it actually tells you that Jacob hated Leah. But fortunately for Jacob, when he confronted Laban about the deception, Laban told him that if he would agree to work for 7 more years, that he would give him the younger daughter, Rachel. And he made the excuse that it is against their culture for the younger daughter to marry before the older, which is why he did it. However, rather than having to wait another 7 years in order to marry Rachel, he could marry her after a week. But then he'd fulfill his obligation, or would have to fulfill his obligation. And that is what happened. So a week later, he married Rachel, and he actually ended up with Leah, Rachel, and Bilhah and Zilpah, their handmaidens. So he ended up with 2 wives and 2 concubines. One of the telling things about that relationship, the only way Leah got into it was because there was deception involved. The plural marriage was allowed, so Jacob, he stayed with her. And it's very telling that years later, Leah, the one who stole her sister's husband, said this to Rachel: "Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband?" So Leah, the one who stole Rachel's husband, was accusing her of taking her husband. One of the things Leah had to live with was knowing that the man that she had gotten into a relationship with as a result of deception hated her, but he loved her sister. Which would only just highlight her insecurities even more. There's sibling rivalry, and there's just another woman, period. Didn't go well for her. But the relationship started with deception. And years later, it seemed as if Leah had forgotten about that. She was the one who stole Rachel's husband. But yet she had the nerve to say, "Is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband?" Payback. Payback. It is a witch. Don't mess with it.